Hi, welcome to Lovers of the Word. In today's video, we are looking at the part 3 of our forgiveness series. In our first video, we looked at what does it mean to forgive somebody. In our second video, we also looked at forgiveness depends on you. And today we are looking at how do you treat someone who has offended you. You see, one thing that I'm learning from this series personally is that you need to work on your heart so that you can forgive people when they sin against you. And this will help you guide your heart against offense. Now, today we are going to go into details. This is a topic that Jesus did not leave untreated. Jesus actually treated this clearly in his teachings. And so we are going to look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 43 to 44. Matthew chapter 5, verse 43 to 44 says that you have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. Now, this is a natural thing to do as a human being. Those who offend you, you tend to just hate them and they become your enemy. And there are people who do not wish you well that they in turn become your enemy. Now he continues and he says that love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. Now, Jesus knows that people are going to offend you. He knows that things are going to be difficult as you deal with people. They are going to do things that you don't like, and they are going to do things that are out of way. But what Jesus is trying to make you understand is that even in the midst of all that offense, you need to still pray for your enemies. And as we do this, we become more and more like our Father. And we reflect the essence of our Father, because God is a merciful God and God is a forgiving God. So whenever we demonstrate that nature of forgiveness, we reflect his essence and we become more and more like him. Now, Matthew chapter 5, verse 21 also says that you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, you shall not murder, and anyone who murders will be subject to judgment. Now, here Jesus was quoting from Exodus chapter 20, verse 13, the sixth commandment that says that you shall not murder. Now, this is a clear commandment, and the Israelites took this very seriously. Now, Jesus was just reminding them of that very command, and he wanted to let them know that there is more to that command than just do not murder. And when he continues, he says in the verse 22 that, but I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. So Jesus was going deeper to let us know that that commandment means more than just murder. When you have resentment in your heart towards your brother, it is the same as committing murder against the person, because that resentment is what will develop into making the person your enemy and murdering the person in the first place. Now, this is similar to what Jesus said, that when you look at somebody and you lust after the person, then you have committed adultery in your heart. So whenever you are angry and your heart is boiling against somebody, it is the same as committing murder against the person. Now he continues and he says that anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raca, is answerable to the courts. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. Now, Raca is an Aramaic term that means that empty-headed idiot. So this is a serious word to use for somebody. Now, if you call somebody you fool and you develop that resentment in your heart towards the person, the feeling that you have and the state of your mind and your spiritual condition, Jesus is trying to let us know is the same as murdering the person. So Jesus took the issue of offense seriously, and we as Christians have to take the issue of offense seriously. Offense is something that is very serious in your Christian walk. And if you walk as a Christian, you cannot tolerate offense in your heart, because whenever you tolerate offense in your heart, it is the same as killing the person who has offended you. So resentment and offense has no place in the heart of a Christian. Jesus continues and he says that, therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and there remember that your brother or sister has something against you, verse 24, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them, Then come and offer your gift. Settle matters quickly with your adversaries. Now, this is a very important thing to do. Jesus is saying that if you are holding offense in your heart, God will not even accept your worship, and to an extension, your prayer. And so, whenever you remember that you have something against somebody, you need to leave your offering at the altar and go back and reconcile with the person before you come to worship God with a heart that is clean and a heart that doesn't have anything against somebody. So offense is a serious thing to hold in your heart. We have been doing it every day. We have been holding things against people, and we don't even notice how serious it is. But if you come into the scripture, you realize that if you hold offense in your heart, God doesn't even accept your worship. So as we go towards Christmas and as we go towards the new year, you need to come to a place. You need to make a list of people that have offended you, and you need to call them and make reconciliation and restitution with them. You need to make sure your heart is clean from every offense. Now, this is the way you become more and more like God. And this is the way God accepts your worship and accepts your prayer. So today the message is simple. Search your heart. Find out who has offended you and make restitution with them. As we go towards the end of the year, make sure your heart is clean and enter the new year with a fresh heart. May God bless you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like it, share this video with somebody, and subscribe to the channel. God bless you, and see you in the next video.